Good morning, welcome back to another video, and today I will be talking down the top 5 Paramecia devil fruits in One Piece. Let's go. Number 5 on our list is the string fruit, and that is used by Don Quixote do Flamingo. Now this devil fruit is absolutely awesome, and I'll tell you why. He is able to create strings out of his hand, and yes, strings don't seem like much, but they are used in great effect by Doflamingo. He can actually control how hard they are, so he can protect himself with a shield. He is also able to have explosive strings and also make them razor sharp, where he can literally just carve people up with them. Not only that, he has the ability with this devil fruit in order to use the parasite effect, where he can attach his string to someone's spine and actually start controlling them. Now this was the earliest use of this method that he uses was in the Jaya arc, and this is when he was controlling one of Bellamy's subordinates to actually attack Bellamy with a sword. So you can definitely see the applications for being able to control your enemies. Along with that, the string fruit, he can actually attach himself to clouds and fly. This is kind of not technically flying, more like gliding, but he's still able to fly in the air, which is actually pretty damn useful for wanting to get around, especially if you do not want to fall in the ocean. With that being said, he's also able to stitch his organs back together, and pretty much if he actually got cut or stabbed, like when Trafalgar Law I can't remember the move, but he stabs him, he like proper F's him up, it's like a one-shot KO. This guy manages to stitch himself back together again, and he's fine as rain. Like, think about that. Even if Mihawk cut you in half, you could stitch yourself back together again, and you could be like, aha, I'm still alive. So that is why the string fruit is at number 5. Number 4 on our list is the venom fruit, and this is used by Magellan, who is the warden of Impel Down, and he uses this in such an extent where we get to see most of his abilities in the Impel Down part. He's able to create this thing called Hydra, where it's just a massive load of venom in the shape of a Hydra, and he's able to just one-shot people with venom. Obviously, venom is very, very dangerous if you touch it, so anyone that comes in close proximity to this guy, he's just one-shots them because they're just completely covered in venom. And he may not kill them instantly, but they definitely will die. Except for Luffy, who had the help of Ivankov, and he actually managed to survive that. I really don't know how. The Horo no Mi actually is probably a good, decent devil fruit as well, but it's not on this list. Along with that, Magellan is able to create venom clouds, where he can actually control them and make them literally just... it's like gassing in the entire room. Just complete death. He's also able to completely decimate people when he goes into his red form. I think it's like his devil god form of like venom. It's just anything that touches it at that point is insta-dead. Even Luffy was like, run. This guy is totally OP with this devil fruit, and that is why I've put the venom fruit at number 4. Number 3 on our list, which is more of a defensive and an offensive devil fruit, but that is the barrier fruit. And this is used by Bartholomew, and he literally just crosses his fingers and he can create an impenetrable barrier. Now this devil fruit is just totally OP, and it's just broken. Like, if you were even someone like Hakabu, bloody speed slicing it does not break it. And along with that, even Cavendish repeatedly kicking it it won't break. This devil fruit can also be used in the extent of actually creating a barrier fist around him, where he can literally smash into someone with the barrier fruit, and obviously the barrier just protects you against all damage from that. So it's just like getting hit with like a brick bloody wall. It's going to bloody hurt. But not only that, the utility of this devil fruit is absolutely amazing, as Bartholomew was able to make a staircase with this, and pretty much anything that can really help. He's able to just control the shape of the barriers. Obviously it has an extent on how big the barrier can be, but he's able to mould it as he wills into any type of form, and obviously it's like a solid form, so theoretically this guy could make a complete sphere around him and just jump off a mountain, and he'll be totally fine. As long as he's got his fingers crossed, of course. If he doesn't, then he's pretty much splat. But that is the barrier fruit at number 3. Now number 2 on our list is the Opi Opi no Mi, and this is used by Trafalgar D. Waterloo. And this guy uses this devil fruit in such an extent where he can create a spherical room where he can control the orientation of anything inside of it. And not only that, he can even detach people's body parts apart and just stick them to other bits of other people or inanimate objects and just have a bit of fun, let's be honest. Not only that, he's also able to remove people's hearts, and damn man, that's very helpful if you want someone to do what you want. Just remove their heart and keep it hostage until they do what they and then set your demands down. Along with that, he's also able to change people's bodies, like consciousness to bodies, where he did this to the Straw Hat Crew, which I actually found kind of amusing. I'm pretty certain, if I recall, he actually used this on Smoker and Toshigi, and that was just a funny little thing to see in the Punk Hazard arc. Along with that, what makes it near to the top of this list is because it can perform the immortality. Like, he can give someone immortality, but the reason it's not at number 1 on this list and at number 2 is because the user of the Opi Opi no Mi, when they give immortality to someone, they die. So, Trafalgar Law. But I've got my own little speculation for that. I've kind of got an idea that Trafalgar Law will use this devil fruit ability on Luffy. I'm thinking that he might do it, like, really far in the future, but I'm considering that he would do it. That would be the Opi Opi no Mi at number 2. Now, I just want to say one thing before I do number 1 on this list, and that is I have left out the Soul fruit and the Guru no Mi, mainly because they would take the top 2 of this list, as they are totally broken. Like, the Guru no Mi can just flatten the world, and the Soul fruit controls souls, so it's kind of broken, and they're both used in high extents with Yonkos. So I've left them out of this list, but just so you know that those 2 devil fruits would have taken the top 2, but I thought I'd showcase a lot of other devil fruits for this list. Now, number 1 on our list, and what we have seen in Dressrosa, is Fujitori's devil fruit, the gravity fruit. And holy shit! Like, this guy is able to control gravity. We don't know what the actual name of this devil fruit actually is. We know that he can control gravity in such an extent where he can lift up all of the rubble of Dressrosa pretty much effortlessly and just dump it somewhere else. That's insane. He's also able to just make a massive chasm in the ground using his gravity fruit, and that's just... This devil fruit is just OP. I mean, if you can control gravity, you can theoretically, if you awakened it, I would suppose you could bend time, because if you can use gravity to bend space-time, you can slow down the rate of time and you can move faster than everyone else. Theoretically, you could. But also, not only that, I'm not too sure about this because if he can do this, then he could obviously compress people if he could control gravity. Like, compress people down to singularities. That's like insta-death for anyone. Don't matter who you are. Like, if you use Haki, then best have a very strong will of Haki. Like, this devil fruit is insane. He's able to just call meteors down from the sky and just smash them into people. Like, I really don't need to understand. Like, if you really want to know how devastating this devil fruit actually is, like, look up a bit of physics on how gravity works and what actually happens with gravity. You'll be able to think how powerful Fujitora actually is. It's just, it gives me a headache. I know I've been up I've only had about 2 hours sleep, but that's not the point. It's just Fujitora with the gravity fruit for number 1. Now, I hope you like this list, guys, and if you really think that you would have come up with a better list, then please feel free to leave it in the comments. And yeah, I'm actually really super tired at this moment in time. Yeah, we got out of work really bloody late last night, and I've only had a couple of hours sleep, so I'm literally going to edit this video and just post it. Okay, so that being the case, that was the 5 strongest Paramecia devil fruits that I believe in One Piece. Have a lovely rest of the day, guys.